Archangel Michael is speaking with a fiery intensity today. You made a mistake and heaven took notice. If you choose to disregard this message, it will not be easily forgiven. My child, my beloved, before you proceed, understand that this message is unlike anything you have encountered before. This is not for entertainment. This is not a mere coincidence. This is not just another warning scroll that you can set aside. You have been summoned. Yes, genuinely summoned, to this message because something significant has been observed in the spirit realm, something heaven can no longer remain silent about. The angels have voiced their concerns. Jesus himself has whispered your name through the currents of prayer, and I, Archangel Michael, the steadfast defender of divine will, have been released to speak to you, but not gently, not this time, especially after what has just occurred. My beloved, you might not realize it, but your actions, even those you believed were hidden, have been echoing within the sacred chambers of heaven the very moment you made that error. The instant your heart wavered slightly, even if unintentionally, a light flickered within your soul. That subtle flicker, heaven witnessed it, we all witnessed it, and I must tell you, child, we have watched you deviate just a little, yet enough to potentially invoke a storm, if not rectified, immediately. That is precisely why this message arrived now, not tomorrow, not next week, because if you do not heed this in time, the consequences will unfold without mercy. Nevertheless, there is still an opportunity, if you listen now, if you open your heart completely, but listen attentively. This message was intercepted 3 times before it reached you. Darkness actively sought to prevent you from seeing this. Your adversaries, both in the physical and spiritual realms, would prefer you to remain blind, but you did not. You saw it. You are here. This signifies that you are still chosen. It means heaven still believes you can realign if you do not turn away now. Do not rely on your memory. The upcoming warning could very well be your salvation. You see, child, heaven's anger differs from earthly anger. It is not uncontrolled rage. It is not violent. It is a divine fire of profound sorrow, a trembling of the heavens when a chosen one departs from the path sculpted with miracles. It is a lament from angels when someone destined to carry the oil of destiny allows it to spill. And yes, today that righteous anger has reached me. I have never approached you with this tone before, but I must, because what was set in motion at 12:01 a.m. today cannot be easily reversed. You perceived it as minor. You believed you were alone when you acted, but, child, do you not comprehend? The walls of heaven are never unaware. They sensed it when your spirit hesitated. They felt it when you opted for silence over truth. They felt it when you granted fear more authority than faith. My beloved, the mistake might not appear significant to you. However, to heaven it was a fracture in glass. And if it is not mended now, the entire window will shatter. And behind that window lies everything you have ever prayed for: your marriage restoration, your financial breakthrough, the healing of your body, the salvation of a loved one. It is all intrinsically linked to the obedience of this present moment. You have been put to the test, and I must truthfully tell you, you did not succeed, but do not despair. Do not succumb to guilt. Remember the opportunity you forfeited because you procrastinated. This time, it is different. This time, it is different. This time, it is deeply personal. This time, if you walk away, the door will not await your return knock. I cannot mislead you. I was sent to advocate for you, but not to plead. You must make your choice now. Today, my beloved, the scroll of your destiny was almost sealed with disappointment. But your name, yes, your very name blazed in the sky just before the ink dried, and God declared, "One more chance. Send Archangel Michael to speak." That is why I am here, trembling with urgency, because this is not a drill, you were assigned angels before your first heartbeat. But lately, you have been treating yourself as if you are ordinary. You have allowed people, circumstances, and even your own fears to persuade you that you do not matter, that no one is observing, but heaven is observing. We always have been, and now I must watch you decide in this very moment, with this very message, will you step towards redemption, or walk away and let everything crumble? My beloved, if you only comprehended what God has prepared for you this year, you would never risk missing it. If you only knew the cascade of blessings awaiting you, the divine alignments already forming, the extraordinary favor moving towards your name, you would fall to your knees in profound awe. But you have been distant, you have been distracted, you have permitted the noise of others to overshadow the voice of the one who called you, and that is what saddened heaven, that is what must be rectified. Now my child, I declare this with intense conviction, do not abandon this message, do not downplay its importance, do not simply file it away, do not think perhaps later will not arrive. The angels are watching now, the scrolls are still open now, your name is still luminous. But only for a brief period, the light is fading, and I do not wish to see your portion transferred to another. I will not permit your crown to be placed upon the wrong head, but I can only safeguard what you choose to believe. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission will grow into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. My child, my beloved, you have endured silent wounds that no one perceives. You have carried burdens you never merited, and even heaven has wept observing your nights unravel in stillness. But this is not a time for heaven's silence, but today, as I speak to you, heaven is reclaiming the territory he attempted to seize. I was sent to retrieve what still remains within you, but I require your agreement. I need you to cease pretending you are content with meager blessings. You were never destined for crumbs. You were destined to wear crowns. However, if you do not take this moment seriously, someone else will claim what bore your name etched in gold. My child, a miracle hovers directly above your head. I can perceive it. It radiates light. Beloved, if you have ever felt forgotten, let this moment assure you otherwise. Forgotten souls do not receive messages of this magnitude. Ignored spirits do not capture heaven's attention so boldly. Do you grasp the immense effort of angels that was required to deliver this message to your sight? Do you know how many interruptions were permitted in your life to guide you to this precise second? Reflect on the past 3 days, reflect on the unusual signs, the peculiar dreams, the sensation of being observed. That was not paranoia, that was not stress, that was heaven urgently communicating in the only language you would still comprehend. And now I am here, louder than ever, because you still matter more than you realize, my child. I need you to understand this profound truth. What you perceive as a delay is, in fact, divine defense. What you label a mistake was actually the fissure that allowed your true self to be revealed. God is not finished with you. That is why you are still breathing. That is why you are still called. That is why I, Archangel Michael, have been sent to convey this message with divine fire, because a pivotal moment lies ahead, a sacred door that will open within the next 7 days, but only for those who respond, only for those who surrender completely. Will you be among them, my beloved? In order to be solid, you must grasp how heaven perceives time. We do not measure days by calendars, we measure them by alignment. And at this very moment your spirit stands in a divine line. A portal is open, but not indefinitely. You have approximately 1 moment's worth of obedience to receive what you have been praying for over years. This is that moment. I know you have gazed in the mirror and forgotten who you truly are, but heaven has never forgotten. I witnessed you when you first spoke light into your own darkness. I witnessed you when you resisted the urge to react in anger. I witnessed you when you chose to believe, even when everything within you screamed, "What is the point?" And that is precisely why you must not walk away now. Because this is the moment of reward, this is the moment where all your past pain begins to make sense, but only if you do not walk away, my child. Listen to me attentively. What transpires in the next few minutes of your life holds more significance than you comprehend. Every second after encountering this message is either building towards your deliverance or delaying it once more. I am not here to threaten you. I am here to prepare you, because what is approaching cannot be halted. It can only be transferred either to you or away from you. And if you disregard this message, the shift will still occur. But it will not bear your name, it will pass to someone who was ready, someone who took heaven seriously, someone who did not delay again. I convey this with love, but also with profound divine seriousness. My beloved, I need you to perform one action right now. I need you to establish this as a covenant. If you sense this message was intended for you, and you know deep within that it was, then subscribe to this stream of light, not merely with your finger, but with your spirit. A firm yes to divine alignment. A firm yes to the correction of your path. A firm yes to the fire of transformation. A firm yes to heaven's voice speaking now, because this is not about social media. This is about your soul. The future of your family. Your divine position, my child. Listen to me. I wish I could grant you a glimpse of the next 3 months, the unexpected favor, the healing conversations, the divine phone calls, the individual about to re-enter your life with trembling hands and a plea for forgiveness, but I cannot reveal all of it to you yet. What I can tell you is this. You were never as far from your breakthrough as you imagined. It was always one yes away, one surrender away. And this message is that very moment right here, right now. My beloved, do not allow today to conclude without responding. Do not let this day pass thinking you will catch up tomorrow. You will not. The door will close at midnight, not because heaven is cruel, but because heaven is precise. God has been speaking. You have been distracted, but now the volume has been amplified. I am speaking with a voice of fire. You made a mistake, but grace pursued you before the penalty struck, and this is your rescue. This message, this divine intervention is your rescue. But if you scroll away, if you forget, if you delay again, it will be rewritten, and this time not in pencil. My child. My beloved, I have seen the thoughts you harbor in silence, the questions you dare not voice aloud, the trembling wonder within you that whispers, "Did I already miss it?" And I must declare to you with all the fervor of heaven, I would not be standing here if your answer were yes. You did not miss it, but you did delay it. The path remains open, but it is fractured. You can still traverse it, but the light will only persist if you act swiftly. Heaven is not punishing you, it is pleading with you. You are not destined to repeat the same painful cycles. You were not born to beg for fragments of happiness. A royal table was prepared in your name, but child, you retreated from it out of fear, out of shame, out of distrust. And now I am here to guide you back before the feast is gone. My beloved, let me share something the adversary hoped you would never uncover. You were not the mistake you made. You were not the words you uttered in panic. You were not the silence you maintained when you should have spoken. Heaven witnessed that moment, but heaven also witnessed your subsequent tears. Heaven heard the way your heart fractured under the burden of guilt. And that is why this message is not a punishment. Do not hesitate, because this is not merely a message. It is a divine courtroom, and I, Archangel Michael, have been sent as both witness and defender. The case against your calling was nearly concluded, but just as the gavel was lifted, a voice cried out from the throne. Wait, the child has not yet heard the truth, that is why you are here. This is your conclusive evidence. This is the light that can decisively turn the entire case in your favor. My beloved, listen to me with your entire soul. The blessing you prayed for is already formed. It is already radiating, it is already en route, but what you do not perceive is that it is delicate, not because heaven is weak, but because faith serves as its packaging. If your faith tears, the blessing will fall through the cracks, and you have been creating holes in your own promise by questioning your worth, a miracle in motion. My child, I want to speak now of something you have confided in no one. There is someone, yes, that person you believe is permanently walking away from you. You think they are gone, but I foresee a dramatic twist approaching. I perceive a divine reversal. I perceive a message being inscribed even now upon their heart. They are going to return, but only after you transform. Heaven will not permit you to receive people while you are still broken in the same way they left you. This time they are not returning to the former version of you. They are returning to the refined, awakened version of you. But that version only emerges if you remain in this light. That is why the adversary relentlessly attempts to pull you away. That is why distractions are more pronounced than usual today. You are on the brink of a divine identity. That is why everything feels so fragile at this moment. But fragile does not imply fake, it means sacred. My beloved, if only you could discern how close you are to the turning point. The spiritual GPS of your life has been stating, recalculating for far too long, but that is about to cease. The moment you affirm yes to this alignment, everything will begin to reroute, and not slowly. I envision speed approaching, I envision sudden change. That moment transformed your inner fire into smoke, and that smoke has been stifling your prayers ever since, but heaven witnessed it, and God never judged you for it. Instead, He dispatched me to administer spiritual CPR to your spirit to revive you from the numbness. That is precisely what this message is, a spiritual defibrillator. You are emotionally languishing, but this is your divine shock back to life. My beloved, if you retain nothing else I say, remember this. When heaven speaks with fire, it signifies that the hour is near, and I am speaking with fire. My sword is drawn. The winds are shifting, the oil of anointing is warming above your head, and if you respond to this now, not tomorrow, not when it is convenient, but now, everything can change. Giving to this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through hearts that are kind. Each gift you give is like a stream of living water that flows into the life of someone who needs healing. Give, and it will be given to you is not just a verse. It is a living promise that shapes your future. Come into this moment with purpose, with honesty, and with hope. Let go of your seed and see what God brings back into your life. It is a pivotal turning point. You are situated in a moment so spiritually profound, so divinely vibrant, that even heaven holds its breath to observe your next choice. Do you not perceive what has been unfolding around you? The dreams, the interruptions, the individuals who abruptly departed, the doors that closed without warning, the delays that seemed inexplicable. Yes, my beloved. You do not need to be flawless to receive what is coming, but you do need to be present. Heaven cannot bestow blessings upon the version of you that refuses to be seen. It cannot anoint the mask you wear for others. It cannot elevate what you refuse to surrender. That is why I was sent not to embellish your comfort, but to dismantle what is impeding your divine acceleration. And I declare this in the fire of love: if you continue to shield your fear, your blessing will pass you by with tears in its eyes. Yes, child, your future mourns when you delay. The angels grieve when you choose limited thinking over supernatural faith. My child, there is something you requested from God in secret, a specific plea, a truly sacred one. You whispered it in exhaustion, uncertain if heaven even heard what we did. That request has not been disregarded, it has been preserved, it has been marinating in miracle oil, but it carries significant weight, and that is why your journey has felt so arduous lately, because the blessing you sought requires a foundation robust enough to bear it. Without fracturing, you interpreted the delay as denial. It was not. It signified preparation, but now the preparation is complete, and your yes is the final key that opens the gate. If you utter it now, not in mere words, but in alignment, my beloved, I must convey this with utmost urgency. The adversary perceives how close you are, that is why you have felt confusion lately. This pressure serves as proof of proximity, and I, Archangel Michael, have drawn my sword on your behalf. But I can only protect what you are willing to claim. If you step forward, I will clear the path. My beloved, whatever you touch next will either transform into gold or turn to dust, and it depends entirely on what you do within the next 48 hours. This is not arbitrary, this is not conjecture, the shift is already in motion. A divine decision is being made even now, and the angels have assembled to witness your response. You may not feel prepared, but readiness is not an emotion, it is a surrender. You were never intended to possess all the answers, you were only meant to say yes. Heaven handles the rest. My child, let me share a curious truth. There is someone who has spoken your name in private settings, someone who has been divinely prompted to seek you, to bless you, to open a door specifically for you. They do not yet fully understand why, but they feel an undeniable pull, they feel an urge to assist, to support, to uplift, and they are close. Closer than you imagine. However, the door that leads them to you remains invisible until you step fully into your alignment. If you hesitate, they will not perceive you. If you doubt, they will not hear your name in the spirit realm. But if you respond now, the veil will be lifted, their vision will clear, and they will find you, not by chance but by divine appointment. My beloved, I know you are weary. I know the battles have exhausted you. I know some nights you question if you have already lost too much. But listen to me, nothing is truly lost in the kingdom. What was stolen can be restored. What was broken can be remade. My child, this is a sacred warning. What will be remembered about this day? That you retreated again, or that this was the day you awakened, arose and proclaimed, no more delay, no more fear, no more diminishment. I choose to believe that heaven still desires me, that is the choice presented to you now, and the spiritual world is observing my child, my beloved. There is something I must now disclose to you, and I do not share this lightly. A trap has been meticulously laid. It was set not to instantly destroy you, but to indefinitely delay you, because the adversary comprehends something most of the world does not. It arrived veiled as convenience, it spoke with a tone of logic, it employed words that sounded responsible, but heaven perceived what you could not. That calm voice was a spirit of hesitation, and behind that hesitation, that is why I am not here with gentleness. I am here with fire, because fire severs chains faster than kindness does. That is the urgency burning through this message, that is why heaven deferred judgment long enough for you to receive this moment. That is alignment. It signifies that your soul is awakening from spiritual sedation. It signifies that heaven is preparing to position you where your voice will once again impact atmospheres. But this will only transpire if you cooperate. You cannot retreat to your comfort zone now. If you do, you will numb the awakening again, and this time the slumber may persist longer than you can afford. You are not being punished. You are being positioned. The discomfort you have been experiencing, the strange detachment from old dreams, the closed doors, they are not indicators of rejection. They are indicators of redirection. You were never meant to remain in the season you were in. You were never meant to keep circling the same cycle of near breakthroughs. That cycle concludes now, but only if you cease grasping for what God is attempting to liberate you from. You persistently seek clarity. I was present the moment your name was inscribed upon the scroll for 2024. I witnessed the light that enveloped your calling, but I also witnessed how darkness immediately assigned distractions to your path. That is why your focus has been under attack. That is why your peace has been disturbed. Because what is approaching you is not insignificant, it is not ordinary, and it is not safe. It is supernatural. That is why everything around you is being shaken. Your agreement activates angelic intervention. Your obedience fuels the miracle. Your faith severs the final chain, my beloved. There is a paragraph written concerning the next 7 days. I can perceive it. It glows brighter than the rest. Within that paragraph there is movement. Divine movement. A person is being prompted to think of you. A door is being opened in a place you never sought to enter. A financial release is being discussed in a room you have never stepped into, and yet your name is there, not because of who you know, but because of who knows you. I have defended you in battles you were never even aware occurred, and now I am fighting again, not with swords, and it will be yours if you remain aligned. The adversary will attempt to induce hesitation, to make you question your worthiness again, but you must not permit doubt to delay you one more time, my child. I also must caution you, it will arrive cloaked in light. It will bear an almost identical resemblance to the true blessing, but it will come a little too soon. It will require you to compromise just slightly. It will ask you to diminish your voice to gain approval. Do not accept it. They will not reveal their presence, but they are watching how you respond to this moment, because they have been granted the authority to release something significant into your life, but only if you pass this unseen trial, and this is it. Your response to this message is your response to heaven itself. I am not asking you to perform. I am asking you to believe. That is all. Faith unlocks doors that effort could never open. My child, a new name has been inscribed alongside yours in the spirit realm. It is someone whose presence will fundamentally alter everything. This individual has been refined, prepared, and assigned. Whether this connection is romantic, spiritual, or prophetic, you will recognize them when they arrive. They will speak as though they have known your soul for centuries, but you will only be capable of receiving them if you are healed. That is why this message arrived before their appearance, because if you encounter them in your brokenness, you will reject them, but if you allow this message to complete its work, you will instantly recognize them. But about your name in the spirit realm before your birth, you originate from a lineage that carried a sacred torch, a divine responsibility, a holy purpose, but something occurred in your bloodline. Someone dropped the torch, someone surrendered, someone exchanged the fire for comfort, and that moment initiated a delay. Do you wish to know something sacred? Heaven chose you to rekindle it. You were not born merely to survive. You were born to restore a royal bloodline that has been spiritually dormant for far too long. This is not solely about you. This is about those who came before you and those who will come after. My beloved, the mantle that was once passed from angel to prophet, because you were chosen to confront what others refused to face, you have been breaking cycles in silence, praying through pain, worshiping while bleeding, and heaven witnessed every single moment. That is why this message is your reward. You passed the test that no one else perceived, and now the inheritance is once again moving towards you, but only if you remain aligned. My beloved, the adversary will now employ every tactic. I must warn you, as this spiritual inheritance draws near, he will stir up old doubts, old acquaintances, old habits, even old dreams that no longer fit your new season. He will attempt to pull you back. Not because you are weak, but because you are finally on the verge of moving forward. You must not be deceived. This is the time to remain hidden in God. This is the time to speak less and pray more. And you, child, are not permitted to forfeit this. Too many destinies are connected to your obedience. Too many miracles are tied to your survival. And heaven grieves for those who miss their appointed moment. But you are not asleep. You feel that this is more than mere words. This is your awakening. And though others may mock what they fail to comprehend, you hear whispers others ignore. You sense the shift in the atmosphere before it arrives. That is not weakness. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. That is divine wiring. That is what makes you chosen. That is what compels heaven to protect you so fiercely right now. Something that was once blocked in your life, be it a financial breakthrough, a healing. Not by your hands, but by God's command. Archangel Michael stood before the scroll, awaiting the precise moment, and when your name resonated through the courts of heaven, the lock sprang open. If you bypass this, if you doubt this, if you close your heart even for a fleeting moment, this portal will pass you by. This opportunity will select another vessel, and the divine shield that was forming around your life will dissolve before it is complete. You are being granted something rarer, divine visibility. That means both heaven and the adversary have perceived your light. That is why the attacks have been unusual lately. That is why you have felt an inexplicable weight. You were being protected. The delays were divine. The rejections were redirections, and the loneliness was essential to prepare your soul for what comes next. Because what is coming next is too grand for where you have been. It is too sacred for the hands of those who betrayed you. It is too holy to be shared with the wrong people. This divine shield being placed over you is not just protection, it is preparation. Because when this next blessing arrives, not everyone will comprehend it, and not everyone is meant to. You are not being summoned to explain, you are being summoned to receive. Let me pause here. My beloved, if you are still reading, your heart is open, and because it is, something is transpiring right now. Look around. The air has shifted, your spirit discerns what your mind cannot yet articulate. That is because heaven has entered the room. Do you feel the pressure alleviating? That is not imagination, that is the weight of divine mercy descending like a soft blanket over your life. And now listen to this closely, because the next few sentences will shape the remainder of your year. There is someone in your life right now who was never meant to stay, but they have been clinging to your light without contributing to it. They have taken but never given, they have smiled, but their heart has harbored doubt towards you, and heaven witnessed it. This portal is not merely about blessings, it is about removal and realignment. Archangel Michael is drawing his sword not just to defend you, but to sever everything that has secretly been depleting you. You may weep, but you will not break, because in the space of what departs, something holy will arise. You see, this sacred portal carries the blueprints of your next level, and it is intricately detailed. Heaven did not merely approve your miracle. It custom designed it, the timing, the individuals, the locations, it is all being rearranged. That is why things have felt unstable. The old system is collapsing because something divinely new is being born. Even court cases in the spirit realm are overturned. There was a judgment rendered against you based on your past, your lineage, your mistakes, but Archangel Michael presented your name with tears, and heaven voted in your favor, my child, my beloved, because you have not turned away. The veil continues to lift. And now what I must say next cannot be revealed to just anyone, it is exclusively for the one whose name was inscribed in the fire of the heavenly scroll. It is exclusively for the one who dares to believe that something greater is unfolding beyond what the eyes can perceive. That is you. That is why you were guided here. That is why your soul was restless throughout the day, because deep down, you already sensed a sacred moment was approaching, and now you stand within it. Let me guide you deeper. You may not remember it, but there was a moment before your birth, when your soul stood before the council of light. You were not afraid, you were bold. You were chosen to enter this earth at a time when many would be blind, but you would carry sight, you would carry discernment, you would carry a sacred code of protection and power that no adversary would be able to decipher unless you relinquished it. And for a period, you forgot that you possessed it, but heaven never forgot. Your angels stood by you even when you did not perceive them. And now this portal has reactivated that spiritual contract, and the light that once enveloped you as a child has returned with potency. It is not just your moment, it is your reawakening. The shield is not merely around your body, it is around your destiny. What you touch next will begin to multiply. What you speak next will resonate in the unseen realms. Exercise extreme caution now, because your words have been imbued with supernatural weight. A single sentence from your lips in this season can open doors or close them. You are walking in prophetic timing. You must also comprehend this. The people around you may not recognize what is currently happening to you. That is because they were not spiritually present when your name was called. But you were, and that is why things are beginning to feel unfamiliar. You are outgrowing environments, it is confirmation. You are undergoing an expansion, and this expansion will feel like stretching, as if something is drawing at your spirit. That is because you are no longer operating within the same timeline. You are now walking in a realm where the clock functions differently. What once required years will now take weeks. What you believed was delayed was actually redirected. Now listen to me carefully. Eventually, in the next 72 hours, you will receive a sign. It may be a word, a dream, a message, an unexpected call. And when it arrives, you will know this is not random, this is sacred alignment. It is the evidence that heaven heard you, that this shield, this portal, this moment was not your imagination, it was your breakthrough in disguise. But child, you must remain vigilant. The adversary of your soul has also heard the sound. He knows your shield has been activated. he knows your name has been spoken in the divine courtroom. That is why confusion may suddenly attempt to invade your mind. That is why strange attacks may arise to capture your attention. But do not fear, you are surrounded not by chaos but by angels with drawn swords. Even now, Archangel Michael stands guard. His wings have brushed against your spirit as you have been reading this. The pressure you feel is not heaviness. It is the presence of glory, the tingling on your skin, that stillness in your breath. It is because something eternal rests over you right now. Heaven is hovering, and now I must reveal to you the truth that many never hear. You were marked before the foundation of the world, not merely to survive, but to transform generations. Your lineage will change because of your decision to remain present in this moment. It seeks the loyal, and though you have stumbled, though you have wept, though you have doubted, you never fully relinquished your grasp. You held on, even by a thread and child. That was enough. Do not permit the shadows of yesterday to speak louder than the light of today. You are not your past, you are not your mistakes, you are not the words spoken over you in anger. You are a conduit of sacred energy, and this portal has been unlocked so that you can step fully into it. But time is slipping away. The shield must seal before nightfall. It must assume its full form before the spiritual clock strikes midnight, because after that, the next season commences, and those who saw but failed to act will be bypassed by the very miracle they were praying for. You are not one of them. I know that because you are still here. You are still reading. You are still burning, and that flame within you, that holy flame, it is awakening everything that was dormant. Every gift, every promise, every forgotten calling. It is all returning. Archangel Michael declares, "Hold steady, chosen one." A divine scroll is being handed to you even now in the spirit realm. Your name radiates. It is unlocking your divine authority. Let me guide you further, closer to the mystery that was never intended for the masses. As Archangel Michael continues to place the final layer of the divine shield over your life, a new scroll is being unveiled in the heavens. It is titled with your name, your true name, the one heaven calls you by, not the one the world bestowed upon you. And in this scroll is a sequence of dates, of moments that were recorded long before you drew your first breath, moments that appear ordinary from the outside but are actually disguised doorways. One of those crucial moments is swiftly approaching. And that is precisely why you are here now. That is why this portal was opened today, because if you are not spiritually prepared, you might miss it. But with this shield activated, your eyes are opening, your ears are clearing, your heart is strengthening, and you will not miss what is coming. There is something else you must know, beloved. Someone has been observing you, not with apprehension, but with profound awe. This individual has been noticing your strength, your quiet dignity, your capacity to bear heavy burdens without collapsing, and they have been awaiting the opportune time to approach you. That time is being unveiled in this very season. What you perceived as silence was, in fact, suspense. Heaven has been arranging a divine appointment. You are going to be called into a space you did not seek to enter, a conversation you did not anticipate, an opportunity you do not feel ready for, but you are ready because what qualifies you is not experience. It is alignment, and the portal has positioned you in spiritual alignment with favor. Your name is being spoken in places you have never set foot in. Your presence is being discussed behind closed doors, by individuals who can alter your path with a single utterance, but they will not recognize you by physical appearance. They will recognize you by the light that envelops you, the energy that now coats you like sacred oil. And now here is something sacred I must reveal to you. Please read this slowly. The reason certain doors abruptly closed on you was not due to failure. it was because your spirit outgrew them. The vibration you currently emanate cannot reside in places where superficial conversations and shallow energies prevail. That is why you felt rejection. That is why people began to act strangely. It was not personal. It was spiritual. Through the link in the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, you can help this mission. By doing so, you are sowing into the awakening, deliverance, and restoration of souls who are still trapped in darkness. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." Every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and safety for your family. Now is your time, my child. And as you do, watch God multiply what you let go of. They could not explain why you seemed distant, why your presence made them uncomfortable, why your silence felt profound. That is because you became a light they could not evade. The portal did not merely open around you, it began to glow within you, and this light is not ordinary. It is encoded with prophecy. It will attract divine assistance and provoke malevolent spirits. But fear not, Archangel Michael is your shield, and he is now releasing legions of angels to encircle your environment, your thoughts, your decisions. The next 3 steps you take will be guided by a holy wind. Listen now. This next part is urgent. There is a financial miracle forming behind the scenes. It is not from the source you anticipated. It is not arriving through the hands you believed would assist you. In fact, it is coming from a source that once disregarded you. I allow the shield to form fully. I will not walk away from what is mine. As you speak this, observe what transpires. Your body will feel warmth. Your heart may tremble. A peculiar peace will replace the inner turmoil, my beloved. You are still here, and because you have remained in this divine current, something has just shifted in your favor that no power in hell can undo. Archangel Michael has been authorized to show you something now, something hidden, a mystery that was kept from you to safeguard your heart. But now it is time to perceive it. Are you ready? There has been someone in your circle who has spoken well of you publicly, but harbored doubt in private. Their words and energy have been mismatched. They have smiled at you, praised your strength, and professed belief in you. But secretly, their spirit has been envious. They have wished you well with their lips but resented your growth with their soul. This divine shield is now actively pushing that person out of your energetic field. Their connection to you will begin to feel unstable. Their conversations may diminish, and you must not resist this. This is God's method of creating space for the one who is truly assigned to love you, because heaven has observed your loneliness. Even in rooms filled with people, even with messages on your phone, even with smiles surrounding you, you felt disconnected, as if no one truly comprehended what you were carrying. And that is because what you are carrying was not meant to be understood by just anyone. It is too divine. But soon someone will recognize your light, not with suspicion but with reverence. Not because they desire something from you but because they were sent to help you carry it. This portal is opening not just a blessing but a divine union. Someone whose energy harmonizes with your calling. Someone who prays with you in silence, celebrates you in secret, and supports you without being asked. Their arrival will feel like peace, not fireworks. But do not be misled. Peace is heaven's most profound miracle, and now there is more. There is a miracle already in motion, one that your past prayers initiated even though you believed nothing had transpired. The reason you felt it was disregarded is because heaven delayed the response until the portal could protect the blessing from sabotage. What is coming to you in the next 10 days could not have arrived any sooner had it appeared before now. It would have fallen into the wrong hands. You would have shared it with individuals who were not ready, and it would have escalated into spiritual warfare. But now the atmosphere is clear. The path is guarded, the timing is sacred, but beloved, I must emphasize this: do not disclose to everyone what God is about to do. Some things are not to be shared until they are fully secured. Silence is your shield. Sacred moments demand sacred protection. This miracle is still developing, and premature exposure can invite contamination. Remain quiet, remain grateful, remain aligned. Do you feel that burning sensation again, that pull in your chest, that stirring in your spirit? That is the signal. Your soul is responding to truth, and now something else is being handed to me. Another portion of the scroll that was concealed until this moment. It is not for everyone, but it is for you because you stayed. You honored this sacred space. You believed long enough for the heavens to fully open. That signifies your heart is open wide enough for the rarest revelation of all. And because of your faithfulness, Archangel Michael is now permitted to hand you a fragment of the divine scroll that was sealed in the courts of heaven. This scroll contains the unspoken reason why your life has often felt so intense, so burdensome, so set apart. The truth is, you were never meant to conform. You were meant to disrupt darkness with light. But what you did not know, what was hidden even from your dreams, is that you have been walking under a spiritual inheritance passed down from a lineage long forgotten on earth, but never forgotten in heaven. You have royal blood flowing through your soul, a spiritual lineage of warriors, prophets, and healers courses within you. And even though your earthly name may not carry a crown, your spirit was adorned in gold before you ever entered your mother's womb. That is why the adversary has been so relentless. That is why the battles you face appear heavier than most, because what you carry is ancient, and what you are about to step into will impact generations beyond you. This sacred moment isn't just about protection, it is about activation. The shield around you is now radiating at full strength. That means no curse, no slander, no evil eye, no witchcraft, no confusion directed against you will adhere. It will return to its sender with holy fire, because you are not just protected, you are walking as heaven's representative on earth. And as you step into this activation, sharing this prophetic word with your network will activate a deeper anointing in your life and extend this breakthrough to those connected to you. Share it now to amplify the divine current. And now a new instruction has arrived. In the next 3 days, you will be prompted to do something unusual. You may feel called to cleanse a space in your home. You may feel compelled to release an object that holds old energy. You may feel drawn to a quiet place to weep or pray or speak aloud. Obey it. These are not random impulses, they are sacred instructions from your angelic guides, preparing you for what is coming next, because what is coming next is visibility. Heaven is about to place you in a position where your name will be spoken in influential rooms. You will be seen not for who you once were, but for who you have become. You will be approached not out of sympathy, but out of reverence, and the very thing you thought disqualified, you will become the reason people are drawn to your spirit. You are going to be celebrated in secret before you are honored publicly, and when that moment arrives, remember it was never about fame, it was always about assignment, and now something more delicate must be conveyed. There is a divine replacement coming. Someone who was destined to walk with you dropped the baton, their spirit drifted, their jealousy intensified, their soul grew blind to your worth. And even though you persistently tried to maintain the connection, heaven observed your tears. God registered the times you chose love. Even when they chose distance, that connection is being spiritually dissolved, and in its place, a soul-aligned companion is being released. This may be a friend, a partner, a mentor, a helper, but they are bringing something you lost years ago, the capacity to feel seen and safe simultaneously. You do not have to seek them. The light that now envelops you will draw them in. Your aura has shifted. Your energy has ascended. You are no longer operating in the frequency of almost and not yet. You are walking in the rhythm of now. But remember, my beloved, this is fragile. If you begin to speak too soon, you may inadvertently leak the anointing before it is sealed. This is why the next few days demand quietness, sacred inner work, a refusal to entertain gossip, distractions, or low vibrations. Your miracle is too holy to be handled by careless hands. Archangel Michael is not only shielding you, he is walking ahead of you, clearing pathways, silencing the mouths of those who lied, confounding the schemes of those who plotted, and re-establishing your name in places where you were once erased, my beloved. This is not the end of the scroll. There is one final layer to be unveiled, the prophecy that details what this next spiritual season will demand from you, and the unexpected reward that has already been released with your name engraved upon it. If your heart is still stirred and your soul is still burning, ask me once more to continue, and the final and most sacred piece of this message will be released into your hands. If this truth resonates with your spirit, affirm it by typing "I receive" in the comments below. My child, my beloved, because you have dared to remain steadfast again, heaven now opens the ultimate chamber of this sacred message, a revelation so subtle it could only be entrusted to the soul that demonstrated its readiness through stillness. Archangel Michael stands with eyes ablaze with divine fire, holding the last page of your scroll, and his voice, though echoing powerfully in the heavens, speaks gently into your spirit. Now, this is the final instruction that will unlock your reward, and this reward is not insignificant. It is not a fleeting gift, not a temporary solution. It is a lifelong anointing, a covenant that marks the true commencement of the new version of you, the version heaven has been preparing in secret through every delay, betrayal, heartache, and moment of silence. Here is what you must now understand: this divine shield that surrounds you has not only closed off the wrong paths, it has rerouted a destiny-shifting event directly to your coordinates. It will appear to be a coincidence, a chance encounter, a message, an invitation, an opportunity without warning. But when it occurs, your soul will burn with confirmation. You will feel the echo of this very moment, and you will remember, this is what I persevered for. But now comes your role. The part that tests your readiness. You must relinquish something tonight, something you have clung to out of fear. Perhaps it is a belief that you are unworthy, a memory that incessantly replays a person who no longer aligns with your path, a version of yourself that no longer fits. This divine portal cannot fully complete its work. While you are still tethered to what heaven has already released from your life, do not fear the void that follows. That emptiness is not loss, it is sacred space for glory. Your shield is not a barrier, it is a gateway, but only those who travel lightly can pass through it without resistance. And now the most delicate part must be disclosed, the prophetic instruction written for your name alone. You will receive a sign within the next 24 hours, something small but remarkably undeniable. It may manifest as a sentence spoken by someone unaware, a recurring number, a song, a name, or even a sudden feeling of peace that floods your chest without reason. Your spiritual account has been credited with what was stolen. The justice is not coming, it has already been released. The only thing that remains is your sustained alignment. My beloved, if you have read this far, you have accomplished what very few ever do. You stayed until the divine scroll was fully read. You are not weak. You are chosen, and because you are chosen, your shield will hold, your miracle will come, and your life will never be the same, Archangel Michael declares. It is done, my child, my beloved. This final segment of your message is not merely a conclusion. It is a divine arrival. A spiritual seal is now being placed over everything you have just received. The scroll has been fully opened. The light has been poured into your soul, and now the choice to walk in it is entirely yours. You have been granted something most never wait long enough to receive full divine clarity, and with clarity comes authority. Let me now tell you the truth, a truth you have sensed but never fully grasped. You were destined for this moment. Everything you have endured, the abandonment, the betrayal, the rejection, the loss, it was not punishment. It was preparation, because what God is about to place in your hands now is something sacred, something others would have missing, but you have been refined. You have been stripped of illusion. You have been taught how to recognize light even in the darkest places. That is why heaven trusts you now, and Archangel Michael has just whispered a decree intended solely for you. Tell my beloved the portal has not closed. It has shifted into them. Yes, my beloved. The shield is no longer just around you, it is within you. You carry the light now. You are the walking miracle. You are the answer someone else has been praying for, and your footsteps are now marked with divine fire. Where you tread, the atmosphere will change. Doors will open effortlessly. Hearts will heal in your presence. Adversaries will retreat without confrontation, not because of who you are, but because of who walks with you. Do not allow this world to dim what heaven has activated. Your gentle nature is not weakness. Your tears are not shame. Your dreams are not foolish. They are the language of your soul, and they have just been rewritten in heaven's ink now. Listen very carefully. You were never waiting for a miracle. The miracle was waiting for you to remember who you are, and now that you have remembered, even if only in a whisper, everything is being restored. The right ones will start to appear. The delays will vanish. The struggle will feel lighter. You are the miracle someone else has been praying for. Archangel Michael says, go forward now. The path is clear, the moment is sacred, and the heavens are smiling upon you. It is done, my child, my beloved. And now that you have remained until the very end of this sacred scroll, heaven sends you the final whisper, the message that is not for everyone, the truth that permanently transforms your atmosphere. Beloved, you have passed the test of the unseen. Beloved, you have proven that your faith does not depend on applause. Beloved, you have shown heaven that your soul remains steadfast even in silence. Beloved, and for that, you are now entrusted with divine secrets, the kind of secrets that generate abundance without sorrow. The kind of secrets that draw the right people effortlessly, the kind of secrets that unlock doors even your bloodline never walk through, the kind of secrets that cause the earth to honor your presence, and now something powerful must be declared over your spirit. The judgment is complete, and heaven's final ruling over your life is they are blessed, they are shielded, they are ready. Archangel Michael says, go now, beloved, live in full light. Walk like one who was seen behind the veil, for what happens next is holy, it is sealed, it is sacred, it is done. If this message blessed you, please consider supporting our community through the exclusive link in the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, you are helping us bring these divine messages to everyone who needs them. Your presence and energy alone are a gift, and we are grateful for your journey with us.